All right, here is the scenario. You have a customer that calls you a couple of weeks before their event, and they have several questions, and you're very, very thorough in trying to give them as much information as you can. And they continue to ask questions, sometimes repetitively, and they call several times in a row or in several days in a row and continue to ask similar questions or questions that you feel like can be, you know, easily answered or has been answered on your website or whatever, but you still kind of soldier through and you do your part to show, your customer service skills, and you allow the customer to get as much information as they can, and they book the unit. And from the time that they book the unit until the time of the event date, they continue to call to check on stuff or to add other little things like tables and chairs and popcorn machines or whatever, and just continuing to add little things. But it's almost like they're checking in on you and making sure that they're still coming and making that contact with you. The day of the event comes and they have changed the time a couple of different times, but they call you that morning and they want to make sure that you understand that, that the party time is at whatever time and that they want the unit there at a certain time. And then while you're en route to the event, they call you again to make sure that you're on the way. And finally call you, as you're turning onto their street to make sure that you're close or whatever, just kind of to reinforce or reassure themselves of the things that are going on and that you're coming and that you're on the way and the whole 9 yards. And by the time you get there, you're literally about to pull your hair out because you've felt like that you've done everything that you can do to try to make this customer happy, and they continue to to bombard you with these calls and these questions and these things that over and over and again. Now, I call this an extreme customer. I don't consider them a bad customer. There's a bad customer out there. An extreme customer to me is someone who demands more time or effort from you, but fulfills every bit of the contract with you, and as far as payment and everything else. They don't you know do the wrong things like not pay you or try to charge back or those kind of things, demand a discount, anything like that. But they do demand a lot of your time and a lot of your effort in this reassuring process, or it could be millions of other things that they do that literally just kind of sucks the effort and time from your business into what's going on with them. And I call these people extreme customers because it takes a lot to keep them going and keeping them happy and things like that. And it gets to the point to where you're looking at the amount of money that you're making, and you're looking at the amount of time and effort that you're putting into this, and you're starting to balance things. So what do you do when you're faced with an extreme customer, someone who is demanding of your time and effort beyond the norms? Maybe not beyond the scope of what you would do, but beyond the norms of what you would do. What are the things that you do? I've got some tips for you guys to allow you to understand, an easy way to kind of handle this situation. Not to harp on the bad customer, but the bad customers, you literally have to cut that off and be done with it and move away from it and not deal with them anymore. But the extreme customers, what you need to do is a few things. And one is to be patient and understand that this is their party, this is their event, and that they're trying to create a memory with their children or their family or whoever's it's going on with, and they're trying to do something that is very, very nice, and they're looking for that reassurance. They're looking for that little nudge from you that says that everything's going to be good and that you're going to handle your part so that they can look good, or that their party can be good, or that their event can be a success. And no one can fault anyone for that. That's literally just what we're in the business for, is to make sure that these events are going off and they're going off well. So having patience and reassuring the customer is obviously the top thing. The next thing would be to be thorough in your discussion with them and try to answer some questions before they're even asked and give them information and let them know, reassure them with stories of other events, or remind them that you've done events with them before or with their neighbors or whatever, and just try to put them at peace knowing that you're on top of this and that you're gonna handle it, and give them that opportunity to kind of calm down and react to other things other than you. You've got your part and you're going to make your part of their party and a huge success, and they're going to really shine. And this final thing, is that you need to set boundaries. If they do continue to call, you need to just let them know, hey, I'm going to help you and I want to help you, but I need you to know I've got other customers or I've got other rentals going on and I need to deal with them too. If they call late, I don't know, if you have some business hours or if it rings to your personal phone or your home phone or whatever. If they're calling late and beyond your business hours, you need to let them know we don't answer the phone after a certain time. What you do not want to do is ignore them or turn them away, or put them on an answer machine and not respond or not be, because that is going to heighten that anxiety within them and create a situation where they're going to do more of this or become a bad customer or a negative customer, and that they're literally going to lash out at you. Make sure that you feed them the information, make sure that you're thorough in your information, and also make sure that you set boundaries and let them know that they don't call you after certain hours. They don't have to call you 50 times with the same question. If you can get with me this afternoon after I've done some of these other deliveries, I'll be more than happy to spend an hour with you and kind of block this off. If you could write down all your questions or concerns, just kind of put it together and we'll go through everything. And those kind of things will make them happy and will make your party a success and move into a situation where you're able to make sure that everybody's happy and taken care of. And dealing with those extreme customers, it doesn't have to be so negative if you're understanding where they're coming from, and literally they're coming from the same place you are, and there's that they want to have a good party, they want to have an amazing party, and they want you to be a part of it. So allow that to be a part of it and allow yourself to be a help, not a hindrance to what they're trying to achieve there. And continue to do as you do, treat everybody the same and be fair on everything, and make sure that you have that connection with them. Or if there's any other kind of examples that you guys have out there, if you'll put them in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe to these videos. We really appreciate all your time and effort. And thanks for listening one more time. And we'll see you next time.